The Emotional Vocabulary Series by Duenas. Today we will examine the emotion of depression. What does it feel like to carry the weight of depression, and how can we navigate its challenges? Let's explore the complex emotion of being depressed, its roots, effects, and pathways to hope. Introduction. Depression is characterized by persistent sadness, loss of interest or pleasure, and a range of cognitive and physical symptoms that impair daily functioning. Depression is more than just feeling sad. It is a profound and pervasive emotional state that impacts every aspect of life. It reflects our struggle to find hope, meaning, or joy in the face of overwhelming challenges or losses. While depression is a common human experience, understanding it helps us distinguish between temporary sadness and clinical depression, guiding us toward healing and support. Including depressed or the emotion of depression in our emotional vocabulary fosters awareness and empathy for ourselves and others navigating this challenging emotion. Definitions of depression. Layman's definition of depression. Feeling depressed means experiencing persistent sadness, low energy, and a lack of interest or joy in life's activities. Clinical definition of depression. Depression refers to a mental health condition characterized by persistent low mood, diminished interest in activities, and cognitive, emotional, and physical symptoms lasting at least 2 weeks. Perception and expression of depression in everyday contexts. Depression is expressed through withdrawal, fatigue, or verbal cues like, "I feel empty," or "I can't find joy." It reflects a profound sense of loss, whether tangible or intangible. Origins of depression. Evolutionary roots of depression. Depression may have evolved as a mechanism to conserve energy and promote reflection during periods of loss or adversity. Cultural dimensions of depression. Cultural attitudes influence how depression is perceived and addressed. Some cultures stigmatize depression, while others offer communal support and holistic approaches to healing. Biological mechanisms of depression. Depression involves imbalances in neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. Brain regions such as the prefrontal cortex, hippocampus, and amygdala show altered activity, affecting mood regulation and stress response. Effects of depression. Effects of depression on our psyche. Depression fosters self-doubt, hopelessness, and emotional numbness, often contributing to a diminished sense of purpose. Effects of depression on our daily life. This emotion disrupts routines, leading to fatigue, insomnia or hypersomnia, changes in appetite, and difficulty concentrating. Effects of depression on our family and friends. Depression creates barriers to connection, often leading to misunderstandings or feelings of isolation within relationships. Effects of depression in our workplace. Depression reduces productivity, focus, and morale, emphasizing the need for supportive and flexible work environments. Effects of depression on our freedom. While depression limits personal freedom through emotional paralysis, addressing it fosters resilience and recovery. Let's dig deeper on the effects on freedom. The effects of depression on personal freedom. Depression profoundly impacts personal freedom by limiting an individual's ability to make choices and pursue opportunities that bring fulfillment and joy. When someone is depressed, the overwhelming feelings of sadness, fatigue, and hopelessness can make even simple tasks feel insurmountable. This emotional paralysis often leads to a withdrawal from relationships, hobbies, and aspirations, restricting the ability to live freely and authentically. Depression can trap individuals in a cycle of self-doubt and fear, diminishing their capacity to take risks or embrace change, thereby stifling their personal growth and autonomy. Furthermore, the societal implications of depression. On a broader scale, depression can hinder societal freedom by reducing collective creativity, productivity, and connectivity. When many individuals in a community struggle with depression, the overall sense of social cohesion and mutual support can weaken. Depression often isolates individuals, making it harder for them to engage in meaningful dialogue or collaborate effectively, which are essential elements of a thriving society. Moreover, the stigma surrounding mental health issues can prevent individuals from seeking help, perpetuating the cycle of silence and restriction. It is important to realize that addressing depression through accessible mental health resources and supportive communities is crucial for restoring both individual and collective freedom to live fully and purposefully. Examples. Personal story. A person feels depressed after a significant breakup, but finds support through therapy and gradually re-engages with life. Societal behavior. Depression rates increased during the pandemic, highlighting the importance of mental health awareness and resources. Historical event. The Great Depression brought economic hardship and widespread emotional distress, sparking innovations in mental health care and policy. Challenges in mental health. Dealing with depression. Depression contributes to conditions like major depressive disorder, dysthymia, and anxiety disorders. It often fosters feelings of worthlessness and suicidal ideation, requiring professional intervention and support. Don't wait. Seek help for you or for a loved one.
Please be aware that depression is a complex mental health condition that manifests in various forms and levels of severity. The following is a list of common types or levels of depression. Major depressive disorder, MDD. Description: also known as clinical depression, MDD involves persistent feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and a loss of interest or pleasure in activities. Symptoms: fatigue, changes in appetite or sleep, difficulty concentrating, and thoughts of self-harm. Duration: symptoms last most of the day, nearly every day, for at least 2 weeks. Persistent depressive disorder, PDD. Description: also called dysthymia, this is a chronic form of depression with less severe but longer-lasting symptoms. Symptoms: low energy, poor self-esteem, and feelings of inadequacy or hopelessness. Duration: symptoms persist for at least 2 years in adults. Bipolar disorder, manic depression. Description: a mood disorder characterized by alternating episodes of depression and mania or hypomania. Symptoms: depressive episodes similar to MDD, including sadness and fatigue. Symptoms: manic episodes, increased energy, impulsiveness, and euphoric mood. Seasonal affective disorder, SAD. Description: depression that occurs seasonally, typically during the winter months when sunlight exposure decreases. Symptoms: fatigue, oversleeping, carbohydrate cravings, and withdrawal from social interactions. Postpartum depression. Description: a type of depression that occurs in mothers after childbirth, triggered by hormonal changes, exhaustion, and stress. Symptoms: sadness, anxiety, irritability, and feelings of inadequacy as a parent. Duration: can start within a few weeks to a year after delivery. Premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD. Description: a severe form of premenstrual syndrome, PMS, involving mood-related symptoms. Symptoms: irritability, sadness, anxiety, and difficulty concentrating, often accompanied by physical symptoms like bloating or breast tenderness. Timing: occurs a week or 2 before menstruation and resolves afterward. Situational depression. Description: also known as adjustment disorder, this occurs as a response to a specific stressful event or situation, such as job loss or divorce. Symptoms: similar to MDD, but linked directly to a particular stressor. Duration: symptoms typically improve once the stressor is resolved. Atypical depression. Description: a subtype of MDD that includes specific features, such as mood reactivity. Mood improves temporarily in response to positive events. Symptoms: oversleeping, overeating, sensitivity to rejection, and a feeling of heaviness in the limbs. Psychotic depression. Description: a severe form of depression accompanied by psychotic symptoms like delusions or hallucinations. Symptoms: intense sadness or despair alongside false beliefs or sensory perceptions. Treatment-resistant depression. Description: depression that does not improve despite trying multiple treatments, such as medications or therapy. Symptoms: persistent and severe depressive symptoms that significantly impair daily functioning. Disruptive mood dysregulation disorder, DMDD. Description: diagnosed in children and adolescents, characterized by severe temper outbursts and chronic irritability. Symptoms: angry mood, frequent outbursts, and difficulty functioning in multiple settings. Understanding the type or level of depression is crucial for seeking appropriate treatment and support. If you or someone you know is experiencing depressive symptoms, consulting a mental health professional is highly recommended.
Management and mitigation of depression. Strategies. Therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy and interpersonal therapy address thought patterns and relational challenges contributing to depression. Medication. Antidepressants like SSRIs regulate neurotransmitter imbalances. Lifestyle changes. Regular exercise, healthy eating, and mindfulness practices improve mood and resilience. Resources. Crisis hotlines and mental health organizations. Books on coping with depression and building resilience. Support groups for individuals navigating depression. Work with a mental health professional to explore underlying issues and develop coping strategies tailored to your needs. And finally, medication if necessary. In some cases, prescribed medication can help stabilize mood and create a foundation for productive action. Conclusion. Depression is a deeply challenging emotion and condition that reflects our need for hope, connection, and meaning. By understanding its triggers and impacts, individuals can navigate depression constructively, fostering healing and resilience. Emotional intelligence around depression empowers us to support ourselves and others, transforming despair into a journey toward recovery and renewal. This was The Emotion of Depression, from the Emotional Vocabulary series, by Roy Duenas.